Welcome, everyone, to episode 36 of Sis and Big Pop's Culture. I am Big Pop Todd Turner, also known as Mosaic Fan Art.
Woo woo.
Woo! And as always, my lovely co host.
Hi, friends. I am Hannah Joe, aka Sis, and together we are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly. So, Dad.
Family friendly. I always have to say that. I don't know.
Family friendly.
What do you mean?
It's been a minute since we've done this because we were on vacation last week.
2 weeks, which was sad because they don't have comic book shops in Mackinac City.
They do not.
Sorry. The closest one was Traverse City, but that was really far. And I'd have to get on a barge or a kayak or something to
Perhaps
get
you mean
there.
ferry?
Yes, that too. I have
Yes.
nothing.
A barge,
Yes.
kayak, or ferry.
Yes.
Some type
And
of
I didn't
water
think that
transport.
I didn't think that little creature wings could carry me all the way there.
I'm sorry, what?
The ferry.
Daddy.
That was a bad joke.
That was
All
a
right, Hannah.
bad joke. Okay. So we are going to do our usual rundown of things. We are going to talk about some nerd news, go into what we're binging. Dad has his pull list for us. He has 2 Marvel comics, 2 DC comics, and 2 independent comics, as well as a book of the week. And we are reviewing a comic book, kind of.
It said it was a graphic novel, and then when I downloaded it, I was like, "This is a kid's book."
This is so good. And we'll talk about it when we get there. And we are
Gravity Falls.
spoiling the Suicide Squad. So if you've not
Absolutely.
seen
At
the new
the
Suicide
end.
Squad movie, we're going to do that at the very end.
Yeah.
Here's your spoiler warning now.
Brit. Not till the end. Okay. First up, nerd news. Let's end from the AP Wire nerd news. Hannah, take it away.
Okay, Dad, did
What?
you see the Stranger Things 4 teaser trailer?
Okay, I did, but here's the deal.
It looks like
I
a
didn't watch
horror
season.
film.
I didn't watch season 3.
You didn't watch season 3?
Nope, I didn't watch
Dad.
season 3. I just couldn't get into it. I watched the
Man.
first. Did you watch it?
Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? I powered through that. Watch
I
out.
watched the first episode, and for some reason, it just didn't resonate with me, so I didn't watch anymore.
Mm.
But I will, because, and here's what I had heard. So this is the first time. I'm hitting my microphone. This is the first time that Stranger Things season is completely written before they start filming.
Ooh, the season 4 or season
Correct.
3?
No, season 4.
Ooh.
Up until now,
Ooh.
they were basically writing as they went.
I don't know
But-
how I feel. That's usually how TV shows go, right? Like they have
Well,
a
but
certain amount of
I don't know.
things done, and then
Yeah,
they just keep
in the
writing.
can, and then right. But I think this was going to be good because I can't remember. It might have been my friend Hector had mentioned this, that this could be a good thing because during the pandemic they could sit down and write it all. And now you can go back and tweak things that you've already had, but you know what's going to play out. And this is probably the last season, I think.
I think so too. Here's the thing.
Did you
They
see
hit
when
their
it drops?
stride in season 2.
Well, I liked season 2.
Season 2 was iconic.
Yeah. These
Season
guys,
3 was
now they're all 72 years old.
No,
Well, maybe
Dad,
30 years old. I don't
They're
know.
all like teenagers still. One of
I
them
know.
might be in their 20s.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. They're also dropped a teaser for Doom Patrol 3,
I do
season
not
3.
see that.
Doom Patrol season 3. I know, but you haven't watched that.
Mm-mm.
That is M for Mature, and it's on HBO Max. It is. I really enjoyed it, but I felt like I had to take a shower after I watched it.
You're
So-
funny.
Yeah. But that's coming out September 23rd.
Oh, soon.
Yeah. I'll be gone.
There is, they've renewed The Circle, which is a reality social media TV show.
Wasn't that like
that's
a
on the
movie?
that's on Netflix. No, maybe.
Oh, ugh.
Okay,
I don't want
this
to
is
watch
actually
none
really,
of this
really
garbage.
okay. We are talking about news that we care about.
All right, go ahead.
This is a piece
Circle
of
me.
news that I find
right.
interesting. They've renewed
Gotcha.
The Circle, and I'm glad for it because it is hysterical to me.
Is it mean spirited?
No,
Okay.
No. The thing is that
I
you
keep
can
thinking
you
about there
can,
was this movie called like The Red Circle or something like that, or
Oh yeah, there is. That movie was weird. That movie was with the girl that you always forget was in Harry Potter.
Emma Watson.
Mhm.
Did I get her name right?
You did.
I always call her something else
You did, like it's always like Emma Stone or
or
like
something or
Keira Knightley
Kirsten.
or like
Yeah, or something. I don't
something
know.
wrong.
And
Um
wasn't like Tom Hanks in that movie too?
mhm.
Never saw it, but
That
that's
movie
what
was
I was.
weird. That
That's what
movie
I thought you were
was
talking about.
no, different. The Red
Okay.
Circle was like she always had a camera on her and people would like watch her live her life.
Oh well, that sounds an awful lot like the Truman Show.
Well, no, but it was like she knew that she was wearing a camera.
Oh. Well, there was another one that they did right after the Truman Show came out, starring Matthew McConaughey, where they followed him around and he knew he was being filmed. I don't know. But so, okay, well, that's different. I thought
This
you were
was a
talking about.
commentary on sharing too much about your life in social media
Oh,
and
okay.
how that
You
can hurt
know,
people.
I wanted to make a app that people could use when they got ready to put stuff on social media. You would go, it would like, you
Don't
would
put
type up,
this.
you would type it up, and you would go, you would hit, click, and then it would go, are you really sure you want to, it'll be like, you really sure? And then you click it, yes, and you go, are you absolutely positive? Because people are going to think you're a butt nugget. But I never
A
did make
butt
that.
nugget.
Can you imagine how much fun that would be?
That would be really funny.
Hey, Mr. Krabs is going to be in John Wick 4.
Really?
Yeah, Clancy Brown has signed for John Wick 4. I hope he's his dad or something like that. Or, no, he won't be. He'll probably be some killer or something. But I just saw that. I thought that was awesome.
Speaking of John Wick,
Yeah.
the creators of John Wick have written a film called Coyote Blue that Sterling
Oh, I
K.
saw
Brown
this.
is set to
Yeah,
star in.
the dude from This Is Us.
Yeah, he was also in Black Panther.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's been in a lot of stuff, Dad.
I know,
Sterling
but that's
K. Brown
how
is a phenomenal actor.
I know, but I just remember him from This Is Us.
So
I didn't even realize he was in Black Panther until I went back and watched it for the 82nd time.
So it is
That's
written by the creators of John Wick, and Amazon won a bidding war for the rights to create the
Oh.
film.
Hey, do you think there'll be a bidding war on the rights to create the film Sis and Big Pop's culture?
No.
That would be nice. I could get them Fantastic
What
Four
would it
comics
be,
I've been
Dad?
wanting.
What
I
would
don't know,
what
but it would
would
be awesome. It would, I tell you what, you know who the guy who played Fred on those terrible TV, the Nickelodeon stuff, he would play me, and he would be an obnoxious voice.
I think
Well,
he's,
I
like,
did see that, and I'm
grown
interested
now.
to see that.
Well, here's the thing. I read some more about it, and he has to navigate Route 66 because these like people are after his cargo, and so I think he's a truck
Oh.
driver.
Oh wow, that sounds cool.
I think
like that.
I think he's a truck driver.
Do you know there is a movie that came out in the 70s about a truck driver that you and I should watch?
Okay,
It's
what?
like The Duel.
The Duel.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken,
Bum,
this might have been one.
bum.
I think it was a Spielberg film before he was popular. I could be wrong, but it's called The Duel, and it is a thriller about a guy in a regular car who it's being chased by a semi truck driver. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
that makes
really
me
good.
so afraid.
Do you know on Wednesday? Of course, we're taping this Tuesday. It'll drop on
Mm.
Thursday. So tomorrow,
Mm.
the 11th, we get What If on Disney Plus, the animated series.
All of them are just one.
Oh, I don't know. Probably
Dang
just
it.
one. They'll probably just do one
Why?
because that's what they did with Bad Batch and Loki.
It's true. I still haven't finished Loki.
Yeah, you should. You should.
I
It's
need
gonna
you to
be great.
know. I still have the
What?
last like 2 or 3
I
episodes.
know. And of that, you haven't. You didn't even. Here's the deal, though. I
never
haven't.
even finished.
Today, you didn't finish WandaVision. You didn't watch any of the Falcon Winter Soldier, which was
No.
fantastic. I decided today, literally, I'm not going to go see Black Widow, and it'll probably be the first Marvel movie that I don't see.
It wasn't
I may watch it.
bad.
Yeah, I know you liked it. I may watch it when it comes out, but anyway.
I mean, yeah, watch it. Watch it when it comes on Disney Plus for sure.
So
Like, it was fun to watch. And Florence
Sony-
Pugh,
Pew, pew,
Pugh.
pew, pew, pew,
Flor-
pew,
the-
pew. Florence, pew, pew. I don't know.
We talked about her. She was the
Yeah,
actress who was
Hamana
in,
Nova. She was the White Widow,
What?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was the humming blah 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 blah?
Bellanova. I didn't know what her name was, so I just made Garb up. Anyway, did you
I'm okay.
see? I don't know if you know this. Sony
Mm.
acquired Crunchyroll,
Go for Sony.
and here's
That's
the
a
deal.
big acquisition.
I didn't realize it used to be owned by AT&T, and I'm thinking, why? I mean, AT&T owned HBO Max. Why don't I got Crunchyroll? Who's got me Crunchyrolled up there in there? And we'll talk more
Yeah,
about my
the HBO
Crunchyroll.
executive that listens to this podcast.
I
needs
know.
to
And they're
get
like,
on
he-
that.
he's going to listen to it today and go, dang nabbit, we sold it. What was I thinking?
Yes.
If I'd have- if Pops and Sis had talked about this
if
beforehand,
they had talked about this sooner.
daggone kids, I'm challenge. Did you see that? Last time we talked, we read that Why the Last Man
Yes,
comic
you
book
said that it had something
dropped
had
a
happened.
trailer.
I hadn't
They
watched
dr-
it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Is it good?
Yes, and here's the
Who
deal.
plays the guy?
I don't know.
You don't know the actor? Don't
No.
worry. Guess what I'm gonna do?
You and the Google. Check the first oracle, Google.
Jack
Anyway.
the First Oracle.
You will recognize every one of those characters that we talked about when we
Really?
read the comic. Yes. His mom is played by Diane Lane, who is fantastic. She played Ma Kent in the newest versions of the Superman. So,
Oh, I know none of these people.
yeah, I don't know.
I
But it
know
looks
none
really
of
good.
them. I know
So
none
I
of
just thought
these
that was.
actors.
I thought, how timely is that? We talked about
Mm.
that on our comic book thingy, and blammo,
York
we're before the
Brown
time.
is played by. Oh, he was in The Book Thief.
I don't even know who stole books.
That if you haven't read that book is phenomenal. Oh,
I'm
he
a-
was in that movie.
What movie?
He was in Warcraft. Who was he in Warcraft?
I liked Warcraft.
You liked Warcraft?
I did. I
Oh,
know.
I'm hating on
And
you.
I don't even like the game.
I'm hating
I don't
on
even
you
play the
bad.
game. I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
I did not.
No, I liked it.
I
Don't
watched
be-
it.
I did too. I would watch it again.
He was
I would watch it again before I would watch.
Khadgar.
I don't know who.
Khadgar.
Whatever. You got any more news?
I'm giggling at you, being like, I liked Warcraft.
I did. I liked it. That was the one with the monster, the orc type creatures that came from another universe or whatever.
Yeah, who like opened a portal, and then that one
Yeah.
guy who you thought was a
They
good
weren't
wizard
bad.
was a bad wizard.
See, I
Saw
liked it.
Saw it
It
coming.
made like $9 billion in
It
China.
did not.
It was like.
Well, why didn't they do a second one?
I don't know.
They set it up to do another one, and then they didn't do it.
Who knows?
Man, I'm
Because
just
people
letting
like
you know,
hating on it. That's why.
I'd watch it if they came out with the second one.
I
I'm
thought
there.
you just said you hated it.
Oh, it was awful, but it was
All right,
great.
we're blowing through time. You got any more news?
Yeah, they're doing a Muppet Halloween special
The
on
Haunted
Disney
Mansion.
Plus. The Haunted.
I saw that
Yes!
it's coming out in the fall. They didn't really put a date. They just said coming this fall.
So October because Halloween, duh.
I know, but did you see the pictures of Miss Piggy dressed up as Kermit and Kermit dressed up as Miss Piggy?
No.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Are
It
they
was like
awful?
I mean, it's funny. It's
Oh,
like
I'm
a frog
so
with a
glad.
pig nose on and their eye. So I mean, I thought it was cute. Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yay.
Oh well.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's all right. So
Okay.
let's just go into it. What are you binging, Hannah?
Okay, so
Do we
clearly
need to have like our own special, like, because we do the nerd news? Do we need to go binging?
What? That was a phenomenal sound.
All right, good. That's our new binging sound. What are you binging?
Clearly, all of the Marvel movies still.
Is that why you asked if you could buy to
That's
rent?
why I asked why I could
I
rent
figured that.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Homecoming.
Yeah, Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, question.
Go.
Best Thor film.
Everybody's going to say the third one,
That's because that's the right answer.
but it's different than the other two completely.
It's different in tone for sure.
Yeah. So it became a comedy then.
Well,
Thor became a comedy. It was not a comedy in the first one
it was
or the
too
second one.
dramatic. The first one made sense because it was introducing people.
Yeah,
The
but it made
second
itself
one
took
was
itself
just,
too
ugh.
serious.
The second one took
Yeah.
itself way too seriously and
And
was
the-
blah blah blah.
And I didn't like the humor in the second one because I didn't like Selvig running around without any pants on. I thought that was dumb.
It was.
But anyway.
I mean, it made sense, but it was
So
sad.
yes.
But
the-
yeah. So so I'm watching all of the Marvel movies with my boyfriend, and he had never seen Doctor Strange. He had never seen, I think he had seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but like couldn't remember if he had seen it. Never saw Spider-Man or Ragnarok. And so the Thor movie comes up and he's like, "Oh, we have to watch another Thor movie." And
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
it's good.
wait a second. And then
Dig-a-dum, dig-a-dum, dig-a-dum,
that song
dig-a-dum.
came in and he was like, "Okay." I'm like, "This
Immigrant
movie's
song.
awesome."
Yeah, it was fun.
um
Do you know the neat thing about that? Because you see Suture in there. He fights, of course, that's who the villain. And you get
mhm.
Scourge with
And
the
Hela.
machine guns. Yeah, but both of those characters were in the Beta Bill comic book.
Really?
Oh yeah.
We're like watching it and I'm like, you would notice this if this was really important to you, or like this is a comic book cover and like things like that. Like I'm telling him things that you've told me.
The Kirby
And-
style in the,
Yeah.
right there at the arena.
Yeah. And like
Mhm.
just saying stuff like that. And he's like, "Hannah, you're going to spoil me." I'm like, "You're not going to know what any of this stuff means."
Yeah,
And the only
yeah,
reason
exactly.
I know this is because Todd Turner is my dad.
Exactly. I'm actually wearing my Excelsior T-shirt right now.
Oh, that's so sweetie.
That was given to me by Aunt Lori and them.
I finished Gravity Falls.
Okay, well, good deal.
Gravity Falls is done.
And Bill Cipher is a triangle. I didn't realize that,
Bill
but we'll
Cipher
talk
is a
about that
triangle.
later.
He's an evil triangle.
Yes, you did say evil triangle. We'll talk about that later.
He's an evil triangle. We hate him.
Okay, we don't hate anyone.
Cosmic beings that are out for the destruction of the world.
Are just misguided. They had bad upbringing. They weren't
hugged enough.
They weren't hugged enough. But triangles have points. So they hurt when you hug
Do you
triangles.
remember that book when I was a kid about how triangles are like, this guy was like, I'm a triangle, and he's like, I want to be a square, and like went through all of the different types of triangles and always like added a side, but eventually
No.
felt so bad and was like just rolling all over the place and was like, I want to
'Cause
be
he
a
was,
triangle again, because he would stand I'm moving and this is an auditory medium. When people put their hands on their hips, it makes a triangle, and the triangle
gotcha.
person liked being able to listen to other people's conversations.
Oh, so he was a creeper.
Yeah.
All right. So what else you binging?
I'm listening to a podcast called The Rise and Fall of Mars Hill. It was recommended to me by a friend, Emily. Shout out, Emily. Hey, love you. It's really good. It's really sad, but also uplifting, but also good. And I'm enjoying
gotcha.
doing that.
All right.
And I started rewatching all of the Harry Potter films.
Oh.
Not Harry Potter. Wrong fandom. Twilight, which is even worse. I was going to
It's
say,
terrible.
your reaction was wrong for the words I just said. And I was like, oh, that's because I said the wrong words.
Twilight. I need to go get some like powdery sparkle stuff to put on my face.
I'm
my
just going to put a
sparkle
blue
powder.
filter over the camera lens. And so you
Yeah.
just see me in tinges of blue.
I'm 80 years old, but I hang out at a high school and creep on 17-year-old girls.
I need you to know that I was watching it and it was just so bad. I had to turn
Nice.
it. I was like, I
great.
can't do this anymore.
Shoot.
And
Oh, so anything else?
Dum.
So Gravity Falls is on what?
Gravity Falls is done. It's on Disney Plus.
It's
Oh,
Disney Plus.
we're very sad that it was over. Found more Gravity Falls shorts that are 4 minutes each. And so if you're like, I don't know if I
Is
like
that on
Gravity
Disney Plus
Falls,
as well?
It's also on Disney Plus. Or if you're like, Gravity Falls is done. Oh no, I'm so sad. They have shorts.
What was
you
that?
could
TV
watch.
what? 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then the Marvel movies, of course, you either have to rent them or they're most of all of them are on Disney Plus.
All of them are on Disney Plus except for the 3 Spider-Man movies
Gotcha.
are not.
And the Hulk.
Yeah, but we just didn't watch the Hulk because it was bad anyways.
It's not bad. I like the Hulk.
Okay.
Whatever. So
Head
I
shake,
am
y'all. Big head shake on that one. It is not.
so
my
I
fave.
started because of the whole thing I mentioned a week or two ago where you could download this free anime
Hmm.
through a certain period of time. I then read through the first trade of Attack on Titan. So then decided, hey, I really think I would like to watch that because I had watched bits of it before. So I started watching Attack on Titan on Hulu, and because it's on Hulu and it has commercials,
I
which are
hate that.
ugh. So I watched like through the first 2 or 3 episodes, and Nate goes, Dad, I think that's on Netflix. So I then finished all 30 something episodes of
Man,
season
don't you
one
hate that?
on Netflix.
It's like you're watching it
And
on Hulu. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you.
that's all they got. I got to go watch the other 3 seasons on Hulu.
LOL.
And I
LOL.
started watching it on Hulu, and it immediately did a commercial for dog food. And I was like, oh, this is killing me. I just turned it off. I mean, I want to watch it because I want to know what happens. But so yeah, Attack on Titan on Netflix, they have it as M for mature because it says
Really?
nudity, but
Mm.
there's not really nudity. It's like, it'd be like if a person was a mannequin, you know what I'm saying? Or a Barbie doll
Yeah.
or a
So
Ken
kind of
doll.
like
that.
Logan's Run.
No, I mean, you couldn't
Oh, it's
see
literally just a Barbie
parts.
doll.
Couldn't see parts. You know what I'm saying? So, but there
Mhm.
is a lot of blood and guts, and they do curse. So, Hulu has it as TV 14. So, it doesn't make any
That's
sense.
confusing.
And of course, I'm watching it where they don't speak English, and I have to really pay attention, and it's just. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Watching Attack on Titan. So, if you've got Netflix, you can watch the first season for free without without any commercials.
We love that.
And if you got Hulu, you can watch it all. It's still for free, but you have to be inundated with consumerism 4 times during a
Capitalism in your face.
30-minute commercial, 30-minute TV.
LOL.
Yeah, anyway.
LOL.
So anyway,
Sally says that she likes the Hulk, and I would like to say that I agree with her. The Hulk is good. I just do not like the Hulk films. That's not true. The first Hulk film with Faye is cool.
really,
Faye actress, I like her.
that's the first Hulk. That's the second Hulk film.
No, the second
No.
Hulk film is with Abomination.
So
The first Hulk film is with Mr. Green and Mr. Blue.
that's the second Hulk film.
I'm losing my mind.
The
Clearly,
second,
I don't know which is which.
yeah, she's in the one with Ed Norton.
Faye, yeah, Faye. Yeah.
That's the second Hulk film.
Oh.
The first Hulk film was directed by Ang Lee, the guy who did Brokeback Mountain, and it starred Eric Bana as Bruce Banner, whatever that
I need
he's
you to
called.
know that right now my brain is like
All right, it
a
doesn't
giant
matter.
library with cricket sounds because I'm lost.
I got you. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. But we should watch them both. They're both special in their own
You
way.
have them.
I have one of them, I think. I might have them both. I don't know. All right, so let's keep on going.
Keep on trucking.
Pull list.
Pull it up and truck it. I can't be done.
We're eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We're eastbound. Watch old bandit run. Anyway, long live Jerry Reed. So Hannah, what's next?
Uncle Troy commented, "What up, kids? Only got a few before supper's ready. His name is Bruce."
Bruce? I don't even know what that means.
Banner.
Oh
The
yeah,
Hulk.
Bruce Banner. Yeah, it's alliteration. But in the TV show that starred with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, they called him David Banner, which didn't make sense.
Why? That's
I don't know.
silly.
But see, comic books when they first came out, it was all
Used
about
alliterations.
alliteration.
Peter Parker. Bruce Banner.
Clark Kent. Bruce Wayne. Wait a minute, that didn't work. But anyway. But for the most part, that's what they did. Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, So anyway. Pull list time.
Yes, okay. I'm
Explain
ready.
what a pull list. A pull list.
So a pull list. This is the time of the show where Dad shares with us his pull list. A pull
And we
list.
sing a silly song. No, wait, that's Veggie Tales. Sorry. We're out.
We did
We're
sing
off
a
the
silly
rails.
song that day.
We did.
Just
We
kidding.
did.
Okay, I'm back. We're here. We're good. We're moving onwards and
list.
forwards. A pull list is a list of comic titles that you are collecting. And so what you do is you go to the proprietor of your local comic book shop, and if perhaps you have a good relationship with that human being and they like you, what they will do is they will pull the things that you are collecting from their inventory before placing it on the shelves so that your books are saved for you and ready for you when you come to collect them when you buy your comic books. So they're
Exactly
pulled
right.
from the inventory, and it is the list of things that you are collecting. So Dad has for us 2 Marvel, 2 DC, 2 Independents, and a book of the week.
And I have like 5 independents up here. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Hey, you should. I mean, Here's the
Okay.
thing. Here's what
All right.
I've
I
learned.
won't talk a long time.
Here's
Go ahead.
what
What
I've
have you learned?
I've learned independents are where it's at. Really? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But I think what happens a lot of times is the independents, they know exactly the story they want to tell.
Mm.
And they're not pigeonholed into having to do what, you can't do with this character. Most of the independents own the property they're doing.
Or it's like, hey, we know Iron Man looks and acts and talks like this, and so Iron Man must look
Right.
and
Must
act
talk.
and talk
Right.
like this. Whereas
I see it.
independents are more able to create and continue unique
Okay.
storylines with people we don't have opinions about.
Well, here's what I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with an independent by Image Comics,
Love it.
which I read the first issue and said I wasn't going to get the second one,
Okay, what?
called Vinyl. It was the one about the serial killer who listens to records while he kills people.
Sad.
The thing is that at the end of the first comic book, this FBI agent who's been trailing him this whole time is kidnapped by another crazy
Dang it.
cult thing. But what happens is the serial killer that he's been following and is going to try to bust is thinks that this guy's his only friend. So
Aw, so he used to go save the FBI guy.
yes, but what he does is
Oh, no.
the serial killer kidnaps another FBI agent so that she can help him, and then he enlists 4 other groups of serial killers to help him rescue his guy. And it's hard to explain. It is so good and
sounds kinda-
so bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it does not sound wholesome,
Oh, it's not wholesome.
but
Not at
it
all.
sounds funny.
Yes, it is. Yeah, he tries
You
to
know
get
what I mean?
these. Yeah. So that's what happens. They're going in to save this FBI agent. But who knows what'll happen to him at the end? It's gonna all end up terrible, But anyway, Vinyl issue 2. It was just
You
laying
ended up
there.
liking it.
I did. Yeah, it's
I'm
really
glad.
good, but it's not for kids at all.
Clearly, it's about a serial killer.
This is
just
just as a mention. 7 Secrets by Boom Studio, issue 11.
Woo-woo.
You find out who the guy or girl who is betraying them all is this week.
Who is it?
I ain't telling you,
Dad.
huh? I don't want. Should we give it away? It's on the last page. I don't want to give it away. If somebody's
Man.
reading it, it's great.
Ah.
7 Secrets by Tom Taylor is fantastic. Anyway, that was a bonus. So I didn't get my DC books this week because they didn't arrive, but I got
Okay.
2 from last week.
Okay, lay him on us. Because it doesn't. Here's the thing, Dad. I
Yeah.
can't tell what does and doesn't come out.
I
No, Uncle Micah, we haven't talked about Suicide Squad yet.
It's at the end.
It's at the very end. Pinky promise we will get there.
Yeah. I can't see comments for some reason.
I got you, Dad.
All right, good. So DC Comics, Robin issue 4.
Okay.
He is still on the battle royale versus all these people, and he's been nursed back to health by Ra's al Ghul. And
I'm just saying that guy's creepy.
at the end of this book, all the Robins show up to help Robin.
Oh, that's sweetie.
So Red Hood,
Yeah.
Nightwing,
Jason
the-
Todd.
Jason Todd is not yet, yeah, Jason Todd is Red Hood. Yeah, so like there's like 5 or 6 people who were ever Robin. They all show up at the end. I'm liking it. I'm gonna follow this through this
The arc.
story arc, and then I'll probably drop it.
Gotcha.
My next one is Avengers issue 47 called World War She-Hulk.
Okay.
And this is timely, having to do with Black Widow. She-Hulk has been captured by the Crimson Guard, which is the Soviet Union, Russian equivalent to the Avengers, and they've brainwashed her in the Red Room.
Why?
So now She-Hulk
Man.
is,
Bad.
yeah. So, but I'm liking it. So there we go. Okay.
Oh, that makes me sad. I like She-Hulk.
My another one of my books. This is from last week too, but it's an independent, and I loved it.
Okay,
it would have been
it?
my book. It would have been my book of the week if we'd have done it last week.
Aw.
It's by a company called Dark Horse,
Okay, I'm here for that.
which is mostly famous for doing Hellboy.
Okay, cool.
But this is called Gru meets Tarzan.
GRU?
GROO meets Tarzan. So Sergio Aragonés is an artist and writer who got his start on Mad Magazine. He would draw all the little funny characters in between the panels and stuff. And he, in the 80s, came up with this character called Gru the Wanderer as a spoof off of Conan the Barbarian. So this is Gru drawn by Sergio Aragonés, and then we've got Tarzan drawn by Thomas Yates, who is
two different styles.
two different styles. And
That's
Tarzan,
cool.
but the thing is that Tarzan's tackling some really stuff in Africa about slavery. And Gru is some silly, I don't know how it's going to meet together, but it's going to be fantastic. There is a spread page. I don't know if a spread page is like a splash page.
Okay, I was going to say, I know the word
two
splash page, but I don't know
right.
spread page.
Splash page is like, whoa, jumps out at you. This is like a open page, and it is 2 full pages of like looking down on a comic book convention. And you have all these different people, like 18 people dressed as Batman, all the cosplayers and stuff like that, and the booths that are going on, and it's drawn by it's just fantastic. The book is worth it getting it just for that for the art. Piece of art. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to keep getting this. It's like I think it's a 4-issue series.
Cool.
And yeah.
Gru meets Tarzan. That's cool.
Gru meets Tarzan.
I like the concept of like 2 forces that are like different. Like one's kind of silly, one's more serious, while also being 2 different artists.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. And like visually interesting.
It is visually. It's completely different. I mean, the one guy does the art. This Thomas Yates. He does like anything Edgar Rice Burroughs, like John Carter, the Princess of Mars. He does art that kind of like real, like a old style art, almost like a painting.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's awesome.
My other DC title, Strange Adventures issue 11. This is a 12-issue miniseries. It only has 1 issue after this. And this
Strange Adventures issue 11.
Yeah, this has been following a character named Adam Strange, and he and his wife, who lost their child to these aliens, are coming to Earth to help Earth fight these aliens that are coming. Well, you come to find out that Adam Strange, has basically, in order to save his wife's planet, gave them his daughter as collateral and is fulfilling his part of the bargain by giving them Earth. You find that out in this issue. So, yeah, Hannah's like gaping with her mouth open. So, trust me.
What?
His wife was not happy. She found out all the everything hit the fan in this issue.
Everything.
in this issue. So I'm interested to see how it's gonna end up. So one of my Marvel books is did I do
You
a
already
Marvel book?
said Avengers issue 47
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
So this is an annual.
Ooh, I don't know what that means.
An annual is sometimes like you have an ongoing series and they have
Okay.
like a one-shot story they want to tell, and they tell it in an annual. It's usually an oversized issue once a year.
That's fun.
What they started doing back in the 90s they would like do four or five different comic books would do an annual that would tie together.
Oh,
So
cool.
like you would get 4 or 5 annuals, like say Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Hulk, and it would tell a story in 4 issues.
It's like a
throughout
crossover
those.
episode.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Marvel's doing this right now with something called Infinite Destinies, which has to do with the Soul Stones, not Soul Stones, the Infinity Stones, Infinity Gems.
I mean, I guessed.
Yeah. So, and this is a problem with some of these comic book companies. So Black Cat, which I love, is stealing all of the Infinity Gems.
That's dumb.
But her first issue came out 2 weeks ago or a week ago. They still haven't finished the background story in the annuals. So I got the beginning of her story last week, and I got part 5 of 8 of the prequel story this week.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Is called poor logistics. That's what that is called.
But this is funny but this is by it's called Guardians of the Galaxy Annual 1, and you come to find out who has the Power Stone.
Who?
He's called the Prince of Power. Where the real Prince of Power is called Hercules. But here's the deal: the Infinity Stones have Hercules. The Infinity Stones are inside a person. Like there's a person.
Like the Corbin.
Yes, but yes, they've chosen they've chosen a person.
Okay.
Here's the deal: why people should get this comic book.
Okay, why?
Because the Prince of Power gets his stone, and his backstory, you get his entire backstory, and it is an exact ripoff of He-Man. I mean, literally, it is He-Man. It is making fun of He-Man the entire time. I mean, even Skeletor is not, it's Skeletor, but it ain't Skeletor. And I started reading this, I was like, I don't know how they're getting away with this, but it is a He-Man spoof all the way through.
That's really funny.
Okay. My book of the week.
Book of the week. Uncle Micah just said, I have the power.
Yes. And they just came out with a cartoon. They released the new cartoon.
I'm just saying, if you haven't watched She-Ra and the Princesses of Power,
oh my gosh,
it bops.
All right. My book of the week is Immortal Hulk 49.
Okay.
So
tell me why.
Immortal Hulk is coming.
Hulk 49?
Yes. This run on the Hulk is coming to an end on issue 50. So this writer, Al Ewing, who also wrote Guardians of the Galaxy Annual.
Oh. So you like this person?
I do. He's a good writer. And the way this Immortal Hulk book writes, it's a lot like the other history of the DC universe. It is prose, but it is writing down the left side of the page.
And the rest of it's just art.
And then, because you open it up, and it's one giant picture with writing on the left side and right side. And it's all about,
I like it.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And what happens is he has to go to the Fantastic Four to find a way to get down into it's almost like hell, but he has to go down to go fight the evil whatever. But and all the Avengers are there, and there's a fight with the Avengers, but then the Fantastic Four. So
that's so cool.
The worst part about this book was I kept reading it going, I wish this guy wrote the Fantastic Four.
Aww.
I love the Fantastic Four, and he'd be great. Yes. So coming to an end on issue 50, and Immortal Hulk 49, my book of the week.
That's awesome.
Hannah,
book of the week. Yes.
Tell them about our comic book. It ain't really a comic book.
We read. Okay. First off, I just want to let you know that I feel so seen and loved by you that you're
welcome.
sent this to me, and it made me so happy. It is.
Okay.
We read. Dad, let me be excited.
Okay, you're excited.
We-
I get it.
Hey,
I'm not that good of a dad. I'm really just above average.
I'm allowed to think whatever I think.
Okay,
Thank you,
good.
sir.
You're welcome.
We
I was
read.
trying to be humble.
LOL. We read Dipper and Mabel's Guide to Mystery and Nonstop Fun.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a Gravity's Fall kids book. It's not really a kids book. I thought it was a graphic novel. It
It's
pulled up
not.
graphic novel in, like, if you have Amazon Prime, you can read this for free.
Which is why you sent it to me, which I'm
Which is
thankful
why-
for.
Yeah, and it reminded me a lot like almost like something like Dave Pickley would do, like like Captain Underpants is what I thought, but it is not like that at all. It's a lot of writing
Uh-huh.
and like a fun book, but it's 100 and
It's really long. We did not read all of it
no, I couldn't read all of it.
because it's really long. And here's the thing. If you don't know anything about Gravity Falls, reading this is probably like, what in the
Oh, no,
world?
not at all. I thought it was the
Was it
exact
fun?
opposite. I thought this
Really?
really gave you a look into the characters
I'm
that
so
were
glad.
involved. Mabel, I thought this. Now I know why you like it, because she knits all the time.
She knits.
She's doing a sweater,
Love it so
Um,
much. Okay, so I'm dressing up like Mabel for Halloween.
and now I get it.
And
And-
Mabel hand knits. She wears a bunch of
Here's the
different
deal.
sweaters. In every
I'm-
episode, she's wearing a different sweater.
I'm making a blue pine tree mosaic for the comic
You
convention.
are?
Yeah, I wonder if anybody will get it.
I'll
they'll understand
get
it.
it.
No, gosh, no. Nobody. I can make you one on your own. So, yeah. So Dipper.
So, yeah.
So this is Gravity Falls, which is a cartoon on Disney, and Hannah's been talking about it forever.
I've been talking, and Dad needs to watch it because he would love it.
And probably so after reading this.
So
and
would,
um,
Dad.
so this book is basically them writing a guidebook on how to be a mystery
Solver
supernatural.
Yes,
He calls it
paranormal.
paranormal, and Mabel says like super fun, the normal
Yeah.
or whatever. So and it's really interesting how it's written. I mean,
No, yeah, it's because
Um,
it's written like because Mabel does like scrapbooks and stuff like that. So it's like her brother
got
has written this
stickers.
like serious like book that he's like cares about and needs to be like this. And Mabel's gotten a hold of it and has
yes,
like
she
dumped
says
glitter on top
her,
of it and like
her
colored with
participation in this
crayon.
book, and he marked out participation and put farticipation. Her farticipation in this. So a little bit of it's potty humor, but very
They're-
little. Not
I mean, they're like 12 and 13. Like that's the age that they're at.
I would. Yeah, kids 10 could read this book easy.
Oh,
8,
easy
9.
peasy. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they could read it. It's okay for
It's
them
a
to
lot of
read, but it
words.
is the reading level, I would say, is a little bit higher than
Maybe this is a book to read together as a family.
absolutely.
I
It's
think
fun.
that this would be fun to read together with
Although
kiddos.
it does handle some spooky stuff.
Yeah. And the TV show handles some spooky stuff too. Like it just does. But
It would be like 3 or 4 kids, like a more kidified Scooby-Doo type thing,
yeah,
is what it
Yeah.
feels like to me.
and there's like, but it's like silly. So like
Yeah.
in the very first episode, Mabel like thinks this like boy likes her, but turns out it's a bunch of gnomes in a trench coat who wants to
you
make
told
her
me
his
that.
queen.
Right. So, and they talk about different things in here, like what to do. Like they would have like a quiz. What to do if you, what's the worst kind of bite? A vampire bite, werewolf bite, a bite by your sister. And, and then you answer these things, and he tells you why and what is the best. And
My favorite in all of it is there are 2 things so far. The grappling hook, because Mabel
Yes.
gets this grappling hook at the very beginning and just tries to use it the entire time and just can't,
in the show,
or like does it wrong.
because she
and
talks
it's
about
just-
how it's the best thing in the world
And
in
it's
this
just
book.
she literally has a grappling hook in the TV show
Nice.
and it's hysterical.
And she
the-
labels it different things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nodding my head. Yes, it's hysterical.
Okay.
And Mabel's survival knitting. How to survive in the wild with
Yeah,
nothing
you can
but
eat it,
yarn.
make a trail, make a wig, or when you go crazy.
It's a leash.
Yes, for a squirrel.
And then another one was like surprise
You're not
hat, and she just Waddles the pig to her head.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's silly. and fun. And I think boys and girl, they do a good job of making it for either
For both.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For boys
could
and for
enjoy
girls
the book.
could enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah,
And man, I'm so glad that you think that it's a good entry point for people who are interested.
yeah. Because they do
interested in it.
they do a little lowdown of like who their friends are, and like this one girl could beat up somebody or whatever.
Grinda.
Grinda. Yeah.
She talks like this. Here comes Grinda. She
Oh, does she?
talks in the comic book.
But she
in the
doesn't
comic
sound
book.
like that on the TV show. She looks.
No,
I mean, in the book comic
Grinda?
book, she looks so sweet.
Grinda, like she is like brown hair.
Big girl.
Yeah. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, here comes Grinda.
And then of course Grunkle Stan making them work at the shop or whatever. I got
Uncle
that.
Stan.
He was
Dipper
funny.
is called Dipper because he has a Dipper constellation birthmark on his head, and that's why
Oh,
he
really?
wears. That's why he wears the hat.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yes.
And you get to meet. There's a letter in there from the young Gideon guy.
A little Gideon.
Little Gideon writes like he's
Mabel,
like got
a
the hots
love
for
letter.
Mabel.
He's like obsessed with Mabel and is like, "You will be my queen."
Yes.
But he like is like a southern
And it's like
charmer, little nugget.
postmarked from like the correctional facility.
He's in jail.
Nice.
Little
Nice.
Gideon's in jail, and the whole thing is like all of these like men in this jail are like obsessed with little Gideon and are like, he's our leader, he's our best friend, and is like trying to protect little
gosh.
Gideon, and
That's hilarious.
it's so man.
And then they
it's
who was
just so good.
who's the emo kid with the dark black hair and
Is it Billy or something?
yeah,
like
Billy or
that?
something like they don't know if he's good or bad.
Dipper's in love with Wendy. Because Wendy is like an older girl. She's like in high school,
Gotcha.
and Dipper's like going into middle school. And so he thinks Wendy is the coolest.
Gotcha.
And Billy was dating Wendy. And so they hate Billy.
All right. And I did get to see a picture of Bill Cipher spelled Cipher.
Oh, excuse me.
and
wrong.
and
I apologize.
that's okay, but Dipper said that he's in his mind only.
Well, he doesn't exist on the material plane.
Yes.
But he's
right.
always trying to exist on the material plane.
Got you.
And
yeah.
so you need to not summon him because he will do things.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to get the Department of Truth in on it. No, because they would probably just shoot Dipper.
That would be the Department of Truth would be really cool. Like the logo would be a really cool mosaic.
I know it would be.
But I don't know if anybody would know who that is.
So anyway, I enjoyed it. Yes, it was good. It's long.
It is long. So like
but-
we said, it would be a good something to read with kiddos, like before
A
bed
little bit at
or
a time.
something
Well,
like that.
you,
Like as a
be
chapter
careful
book.
because some of it does talk
I mean,
about
if
monsters.
it's spooky, then don't. But if it's just
Yes.
something for funsies, then do it for funsies.
All right, there you go.
Ah,
Mabel
Yay.
and Dipper and Mabel's
Dipper and Mabel.
guide
I'm
to
knitting my
mystery and
Mabel
nonsense fun.
sweater. I have
Okay,
one panel done.
folks,
3 more. Ooh.
hop off if you don't want to hear anything about Suicide Squad and
No,
come back
yeah.
later.
If you don't want spoils, then you should leave now.
All right. Hannah and I watched Suicide Squad. Did you see it in the theater or on the?
HBO.
That's where I did. HBO Max 2. Nathan and I did.
Yeah.
So,
Ugh, man.
give me the lowdown.
Amanda Waller is such a turd.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, tell the plot of the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Suicide Squad, if you don't know who that is, it is DC.
You've been living under a rock. Just skip telling them
Can
who
I
it is.
skip
They know
that?
who it is. Yes.
Okay, so they're going to this place that's in
Corto Maltese.
South America
I don't know where it is.
esque place.
Mhm.
I don't IDK.
Yeah.
They speak Spanish there.
See.
And there's a group of people that are there to do a thing. And you get there and it's, oh no, a bunch of people are there. But oh no, it was a trap because this other group of people are there to do another thing. Because Amanda Waller sucks. And so these
Family
groups
friendly.
is a turd nugget.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Okay, so basically there is
Nice.
a creature.
How do we family
They
friendly
have
talk
to
about
kill. They have
Suicide
to
Squad?
destroy this creature.
Starro
Right.
the Conqueror.
Starro the Conqueror.
Mhm.
All right. So this thing starts with I'm just gonna spoil it straight up. I didn't like the very beginning of the movie.
With Savant.
No, I didn't like the whole entire killing off all the characters all at once.
It was
I
dumb.
like, are you
It
kidding
was dumb.
me?
It was
I
just
felt like it
dumb.
was a waste of that. I like the fact, I understand that they were just there to as a distraction, diversion, so the other
Mhm.
team could land. So
Could
basically,
go through.
yeah,
I mean, like I get it. It's just, man, ugh.
the this movie is blood and guts
Oh,
completely.
like
It is
just like
not a family
like a
film. There is nudity in a couple
what?
scenes. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. When they went through the one bar, all the women in the back, they had no
Oh, I
tops on.
missed that. Wasn't
Yeah,
paying attention.
yeah, and they cuss a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One
Rated
scene
R,
with
friends.
what was Idris Elba's character's name?
Uh,
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, bloodshot.
His
His
mask
eyes.
was cool.
That was awesome. Yeah.
His mask was
He
dope.
has a conversation with his daughter, and they say the F word 800
A
times,
million times back and forth with one another.
yelling at one
That's
another.
the actress who was she?
I don't know. I don't know who she is.
I'm losing my mind. I know she was in something.
So the comic book Suicide Squad is nowhere near the. There's a lot of going for humor and jokes in this movie.
100%.
It's not as dark as I always thought the Suicide Squad would be. Now, Amanda Waller is a turd muffin in this.
Oh, cannot
But
stand it.
here's the deal. They knock her out in part of this. The people that work for her
I mean,
in
as
her
they
like bunker.
should.
But you know what Amanda Waller would do when she comes out of that from
Oh,
being woken up?
everybody is dead.
She'd kill them all.
Everybody's
Which
dead.
they didn't do that with this.
Uh-uh.
Um.
Mm-mm.
So, what did you like about the movie?
Harley.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's really good. I really liked the part where she was escaping prison and it was just flowers everywhere.
How was that? It seemed like that sort of happened in Birds of Prey too.
It was very, yeah. Something similar happened in Birds of Prey. And so I thought that was cool.
But this was
felt
much
like
better than
A
Birds of Prey.
callback.
Yeah. Harley, much better than in
She
Birds of
was
Prey, I
much
thought.
more stable in this one,
Huh. Well,
perhaps. I don't know if I would
I
say
got you.
better. I liked her in
so
both.
Harley, you like that. What else?
Harley was so stinking cool. The little rat girl.
Ratcatcher 2.
Ratcatcher too.
I like the rat.
She just slept the entire time.
Yeah, I like the part where they were getting drinks and the girl brought everybody a drink and then Peacemaker says, "Don't forget the rat."
What about the rat?
Yeah, and they had to bring the rat. Do you know who my favorite character in this whole entire movie was?
The dots guy.
Polka Dot Guy.
Polka dot guy, man.
Polka
Polka
Man.
dot guy. Here's the thing. We were halfway through the movie. I watched it with Trev. We were halfway through the movie and he looks at me and is like, they're just gonna randomly kill this polka dot guy. He's just gonna randomly die. And I'm like, no, he's not. He's awesome. They're not gonna but
Yeah,
they did.
I didn't like that they killed him.
That was
I thought
dumb.
they should have kept him. I love the fact that he saw his mother,
His mother is everyone.
his everyone.
Everyone in Idris Elba's like, do you see that star? Do you see that?
See
That's your
mother. Your
mom.
mother. Yeah. Okay, what else did you like?
I really liked like the conflict between John Cena and Idris Elba. LOL, I don't even know their names. I just kept being like, John
Peacemaker and Bloodsport.
Cena! I was
I
here for
thought-
that conflict.
They did a good job of
I did
giving
too.
each one their own.
Their own like shine.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
this is how this person fights. This is the weapons that this person uses. Like, it was very much like you could tell that they were different, but they had similar roles.
I like that they each had their own.
Vibe.
I felt like they had their enough time on screen, each person, to really get to
Shine.
know who they were. Yes.
Did you see that? I'm gonna say this person. I'm gonna say his name wrong. Taikiki Waya.
Yeah. He was the dad.
He was Ratcatcher 1.
Yeah, he was Ratcatcher 1.
I thought
Had a
that
drug
was
problem.
so sweet. Yeah.
That's
How
that's
she
why he
talked
died.
about. I really liked that film style where
Mhm.
it was like her face, but it was kind of like faded in the background.
Yeah.
It was her and her
Mhm.
dad, and how it kind of weaved in and out was really cool. The shark was hysterical.
That's Sylvester Stallone.
It was not.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Friend? King
Nom
Shark.
Nom?
They didn't call him King Shark in the entire thing. They called
They
him by
called
his
him
real name.
Nimue?
Yeah, his real name or what, I don't know what it is.
You'd
But
like
I
Nom
thought
Nom?
did you not feel like, I felt like this was James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, rated R.
Oh, 110%.
And I could kill anybody I wanted.
110%.
I mean, because the King Shark reminded me of Groot.
Yeah. Nom Nom?
Yeah, because he would eat.
Like
That's
we're
all he
just
wanted
like
to do
was
is
just
eat
walking
things.
like holding Ratcatcher too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you what I didn't like?
What?
Flag. I did not like that they killed Flag.
Oh, I figured. I see. Here's the deal. When this movie
I didn't
first,
know.
I didn't know either, but I didn't realize that this was going to take place right after. I mean, this took place after the other Suicide Squad movie.
Really?
Well, yeah, because
I didn't think
Boomerang dies
Mm-hmm.
because he was in the first one. Flag dies. He was in. I mean, so it's sometime after that. Did you catch them all wearing their Crocs?
No.
Everyone in jail had orange Crocs on.
Missed it.
I wonder if it's like a Killer Croc type of.
That's funny.
But they all had orange Crocs. I was like, orange Crocs. I like the Harley being like, I'm a princess. You know, when the king
and her
wanted
like
to marry.
freaking out about like the birds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Harley symbolizing America's
Like
fervor
hatred.
or whatever.
Hatred for America or something.
I know. I was
that.
like, what?
And she's like, "Aw," and she's like, man, I told myself if my future boyfriend ever has red flags, I'm gonna kill him." And I'm like, "Girl, okay, you crazy."
The thing I didn't like was the 8 minutes earlier.
Oh, I thought that was so fun.
You did like that?
I liked that. That's something
did
that
that
I think
multiple
I think
times.
that he does. Like that might just be
Yeah.
part of his style. Is like, oh, well, now we're doing this, and now we're doing this, and like the weird ways that they would like show. So like the is it like Jotunheim?
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim. The Guten Jotunheim. Yeah.
Sorry. And they're
Yeah,
like
it's okay.
going to that place. The way that they like. It's like you saw that and it was like a bunch of different like parts of sorry microphone. It's like a bunch of different parts of like an outdoor thing, and then you like go over it and you don't see the words anymore. That was really clever.
Right.
And then like save Harley. I thought that was funny too.
I liked that. Here's what I didn't like. They killed Milton.
Man.
They're like, Milton?
Who's Milton?
And then she calls somebody Milton. Who did she call? Elba. Milton. He goes, I'm not Milton. He goes, we just had this whole conversation. He goes, no, I'm not Milton. I was like, first of all, he followed him in, and I was like,
guy is like, Idris was like, he's here still?
yeah.
And this spot guy was like,
Polka dot
Milton.
Yes, they killed Milton. I was like, oh no.
Oh, I was sad about Milton.
I loved Starro. Starro was perfect.
Man,
Absolute perfect.
Dad, the thing that killed me about that
Mhm.
was at the very end, Starro was like, I was perfectly content floating through space.
No, he wasn't.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but in the comic book, we talked about this.
We talked about this isn't the comic book.
I know. Starro was the villain that created the Justice League.
Yes, we talked about that because you
Yeah.
were like, I think it's going to be Starro, and then it was
Yes,
Starro.
before what? Yeah, I know. How about me? That's the HBO Max people. They
I'm
listen to
just
this
saying,
podcast.
They know, Dad. The HBO executives know what's up.
And John Cena was fantastic in it.
Man,
I don't
he was
like the
so
character.
funny. His character sucks.
But he was so good.
Man,
I don't care how
funny.
many men and women and children I have to kill for peace. And then he was like, if there was this on the beach and I had to eat every one of them for
I
peace,
would.
yeah,
Liberty.
no problemo. He
For
goes,
liberty.
no problemo. And he goes, why would bad men put that on the beach? And he goes, how should I know what a criminal mind thinks?
The thing that I thought was really interesting and that Trev brought up was like it was him. So Flag, John Cena, and Idris Elba were chaotic, neutral, and evil. Like
What?
we're like
I think you're
each-
making garb up.
No, like in alignment. That one was chaotic good, one was neutral good, and one was lawful good.
Oh, who's lawful good?
Flag?
So you guessed. You're just
I
making
can't
stuff
remember.
up.
I don't remember what he said. Sorry, Trev.
Well, did you?
But I know
you
I thought that was really interesting.
you
and
watched
probably
the
true, 'cause
final
they were each the
scenes,
same.
right?
The very
There are-
end.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You knew he
John
was gonna live.
Cena.
Well, there's got a TV show
Oh, I didn't
coming
know
out
that. I didn't know
on
that.
HBO Max.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Peacemaker, his own
Didn't
TV
know-
show.
I didn't know that. His helmet sucks. That was a really cool part where he's like fighting and you just see the helmet.
Yes, you could see the
You could see the fighting in the helmet.
helmet.
That was
I
so
did like
cool.
that.
And I
I
really
did like
liked
that
that
part.
rat catcher girl. That
Mhm.
she was the one who ended up saving them.
Yes,
I thought that was really cool.
and Harley with the
With the
javelin from
She's the
from
javelin
Flula.
from-
she
was
she
like,
poops at parties and people's nose.
was that him?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he was also on
That's
that
awesome.
the song movie, the Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect too.
Yeah, that's him. That was Flula.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
javelin.
know. And she's like, the javelin.
Yeah, but she's like, what? I like. He goes,
I know
God,
the purpose.
God's gonna tell me, and he goes,
God's-
Jesus. He goes, or Jesus. Yeah, or one of them. She says.
Or one of them.
I like that. Yeah.
I liked that Ratcatcher saved them. I liked that Ratcatcher just picked up the thing and saw, like, didn't even know what had happened. Didn't know the fight between Peacemaker and Flag, but saw that Flag was dying and Peacemaker was on top of him, and was like, "Oh no!" and like took it and like ran.
I don't remember that.
I thought
What are you
that
talking
was
about?
cool.
Oh, yeah.
hmm Peter Capaldi, I thought he was gonna have a bigger role, and his role was just really small.
Yeah, I figured
He got dismembered.
he had a bigger role than everybody at the beginning.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, that Davidson guy, what was he in there for? What is his even power?
Pete Davidson, talking really loud, getting shot.
I
at.
like Nathan Fillion and his arms coming off, the detachable kid, and he's just
That was
smacking
Nathan
people.
Fillion.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
smacking
he's just
people
like-
in the
his,
head.
Like,
with his arms,
come
he's
off
like-
and he's like, bleh, 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 like smacking.
And then when they're shooting his arms, and he's like,
he's
oh!
like on the ground, like doing
Yeah.
this,
yeah,
like wobbling.
yeah.
It was
So,
fun. It was.
I did
man, I laughed a lot at some inappropriate times, and
Mhm.
it was rated R, friends. But
It's
man,
rated-
it was
it's ex-
good.
I mean, they cut people's heads off and stuff.
Man.
Yeah,
And here's the thing. They were going to make Suicide Squad like that. The first one. But they changed it at the last minute and made it PG-13, which is why Suicide Squad's so lame.
I don't know. I thought it was good.
I know,
liked
I
the
loved
first one.
both of them. Are you kidding me?
I didn't
And
like the
I really
Joker
liked-
in it. So
No, he was I really liked I liked the Emancipation of Harley Quinn too.
I didn't much care for that. I thought it was terrible.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Lame-o.
It was phenomenal.
So will you watch this again before it goes off, or probably not?
Probably not before it goes off, but it'll come back to some streaming service at some point in some time.
I don't know
and
that I'll watch it
then.
again. I mean, my favorite part was Starro. That was my favorite
Well,
part.
just you can watch the end part again.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Um,
like watching movies that I've already seen and
I
like
do
seeing
too.
if I see other things
Yeah.
or
I agree.
just like having something in the background when I'm knitting or something like
How
that.
many Starros would you give this movie?
For what it is undeniably itself. It's not trying to be serious. It's not trying to be smart. This is just a movie that's like blood and guts, and it's just gonna be bad.
Yep.
5.
Oh wow.
Like for what it is. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're not going to see this movie because it's gonna get an Oscar.
No, but I don't know. For some reason, it just didn't go. I don't know. I'd probably
Well,
give it
you don't like these kinds of movies, I don't think. Like they're not your favorite thing.
No, I can watch them though. I mean, I don't know. I thought I felt cheated at the beginning of the movie.
I
Getting
figured
rid of.
something like that was gonna happen.
Well, I figured they were gonna die, but really, in the first 5 minutes of the movie, they're going to kill off half of the cast.
I don't think they can pay that many people for that long.
Well, by the way, this did terribly in the theater.
Did it?
But with the Delta variant going on, the question is, how about streaming? You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think it only
Well-
made like, go ahead,
No, go ahead. You go first.
like 26 million, I think.
oh, the
but-
big news with did I talk to you about Black Widow and Scarlett
Oh
Johansson?
yeah, and here's the deal. That I think that is more than that is a. They came out and said the streaming is part of her contract. That they just made this up. That this is just a PR stunt. Who knows, right? Who
Big
knows?
shrug.
Anyway,
Big shrug.
I give it 3.5 stars
I think
out of 5. But you know what happens when you cut a starfish in half? It grows
back.
2 more. Yeah. So
Hail
maybe it'd
Hydra.
be wrong franchise. So maybe that would eventually be 5 stars. But as of right now, I'd do 3.5. And I think it's just because I don't know. I guess I wanted to come away. I enjoyed it. I liked the story. I thought the story was good. I don't know. Something about it just, I don't know. I can't get it over. Can't get it out. Anywho,
Well, I mean, I've been excited about it for a long time.
I have too, and maybe that's why that I felt like a
You're
little bit of a
disappointed.
letdown.
Maybe you feel let down, and I'm like, it's great, even though it was like subpar.
Well, I mean, to me, it feels like James Gunn has taken bits and pieces of all the movies he's done and made this
So it feels
using
like Frankenstein almost.
almost, yeah,
Okay.
almost
I
like
could-
Brightburn and Super and
Well, all I've seen from him
Guardians.
are Guardians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I don't have a good of an idea about how he is as a director.
Right. Right.
I
And maybe
did see that man, I can't remember his name. The guy who does Yondu.
yeah, Michael Roker.
He was in it.
Yeah.
And his brother was in it. And those two people are in it.
Sean
every one of
Gunn.
his films.
Yeah, Sean was the Weasel.
He was not.
Yeah. Plus he did plus he
dying.
was a cameo as himself.
He was a cameo as himself. That's what I knew about. I didn't
Yeah,
know he was
no.
the weasel.
Yeah, he's the Weasel.
My favorite is Flag being like, did anybody check if the weasel could swim?
Yeah, and he's like drowning. That was funny too. That was funny.
It's not
Yeah.
funny, but it is.
Yeah.
Is this guy a werewolf? Have you sat me next to a werewolf?
Yeah, that was funny. All right. Well, thanks guys for listening
Yes.
and checking in and
Yay!
listen to us ramble about
Things we like.
whatever the heck that movie was we watched, Suicide Squad. Let us know what you think about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Maybe you thought it was fantastic.
Maybe
I thought it wasn't
like
to die for,
no-
but it
no
was
good
okay.
in your
And Hannah is
opinion.
right. Amanda Waller's a turd nugget.
man.
And if you really want some good Suicide Squad stuff, the first 5 or 6 issues of the comic book are out. There'll be a trade coming out soon.
Cool.
The new series is really good.
That's awesome.
And
Amanda
Really
Waller's
good.
a turd nugget in that too.
she is. Yep.
Man.
Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yes. Hey, our art is created. Oh, end roll. Our art is created by Nate Turner. He's my brother, dad's son. Man, he made that in Microsoft Paint. What a talented human being. Thanks for doing that for us, bud. Human being. Our intro music is created by Brockwell Nason. Check him out on Spotify and Apple Music. He has some lovely songs that you can stream. Our podcast YouTube page is maintained. Dad, your smile just then was weird.
I know.
Is maintained by our dear Papa, Big Pops. Thanks for doing that for us, Papa. And
welcome.
I edit
We
and
had
upload
72 views on
the
our last
podcast.
one.
Are we
No, I
famous
meant-
now?
No, we just had 3. I was just kidding.
Dad,
Sorry.
we just had 3. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
2 of them
woo.
were me. From 2 different.
I just got to make sure it
computers.
works.
That's exactly right. Anyway, Hannah takes care of editing and uploading, and
I do.
sometimes when I find mistakes we've made, I'll go and add a brain fart warning at the beginning.
In
And
case you were curious,
we
I have
actually
great spelling.
we actually called the spaceship on Star Trek last time a Romulan ship, and they actually had a Klingon ship.
Klingon. Man,
And
I knew
I
it was
got-
Klingon.
I got 3 Klingon people get me down the road,
you
and
did
they said
not.
"Hak mok, hak mok, hak Which meant that ain't a Romulan ship. That's exactly what they said. I need to go back and fix that. Put a brain fart
I'm
warning in
dying.
it.
That's funny. Okay. They
Anyway,
did not.
thanks, guys.
I
No,
don't believe you.
they didn't.
Okay. Yay. Okay. Bye, sweet friends.
Bye, guys.
Have
we'll
a great
check
time
you.
on the internet.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll catch you on the
Flippity
flippity flop.
Bye. Press and stop recording. Okay.
All right.
Facebook friends. Bye.
We're YouTubers. Adios.
Or YouTubers. Goodbye.